Good morning, everyone. Praveen sir on this side, and today you have attempted the paper of geography, lesson number 8, Introduction to Economics, right? So we are discussing the question paper and a model answer of this chapter. Let me share the screen. Okay, students, you will be evaluating a paper exactly the way I'm gonna tell you, the way I'm gonna instruct you. Am I clear? In the paper, the very first question was choose the correct option and rewrite the complete answers. Am I right? Now, students, it is choose the correct option and rewrite the complete answers. In this, you need to write the complete statement followed by underlining the blank. If you have just written the answer, not the statement, you will not give any mark for yourself. Rule number 1. I repeat again. If you have written only the answer and you have not written the entire statement, you will not give yourself any mark. That means you will give yourself 0. Only if you have written the answer in complete statement, okay, and underline the blank, then you will get 1 mark for each question. Clear? Also, if you have written the statement but you have forgotten to underline the statement, then you will cut your half mark in that case. Am I clear? Like, for example, the very first question was the main motive of dash economy is to earn profit. It is capitalistic. So you'll write the main motive of a capitalistic economy is to earn profit. Underline capitalistic. Then you will get 1. Second, Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. Now in third question, there were 2 blanks. So half mark for each blank. In globalization, there is dash trade, free trade, and all restrictions on investments are set aside. Am I clear? So this is the way you will evaluate yourself for FIBs. That is, fill in the blank. Going further, you have answer the following in 1 sentence. Now students, when it comes to answer the following in 1 sentence, okay, it was 1 sentence question. The very first question was define economics. It's a definition. It has to be word to word perfect. You can't change the wordings here and there. So according to Lionel Robbins, economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. You can't change any wordings over here. If you change any wordings, you will not give yourself any mark. It has to be word to word perfect. Define economics. Am I clear? From which Greek word is the economics derived? The economics is derived from the Greek word oikonomia. For writing the word oikonomia, you will get yourself half mark, which means family management. If you written the meaning, you will get more half mark. So half mark for oikonomia and half mark for writing family management. In this way, you will get 1 mark for that answer. What do you mean by globalization? Globalization means aligning the country's economy with the world economy. 1 mark. What do you mean by socialist economy? The economy in which the means of production belong to the society as a whole. That is, the government's control is known as socialistic economy. Not that difficult. What is world economy? World economy is the borderless economy in which natural resources, profit, services, capital and labor, technology flow freely across the country. 1 mark. So out of this, question number 2, 3, 4, 5, you can twist, you can write in your own words, but meaning has to be same. But first question is definition. It has to be word to word perfect. You can't change the wordings over there. Question number 3 was distinguish between capitalistic economy and socialist economy. Now students, we all know capitalist economy is that economy where the ownership is in the hands of private individuals, and socialist economy is that economy where ownership is in the hands of government. So first point mein, in the first point, the keyword is private individuals. In the second point, the keyword is government. I mean first point of socialist, the keyword is government. Second point, to earn maximum profit is the main aim of capitalist. So the keyword is maximum profit. And socialist ka keyword is to achieve social welfare. These words have to be there. And third point was example. You can write any two examples. USA, Germany, Japan are example of capitalist. Russia and China are example of socialist. Is that clear? You can write any 2 points, you will get 2 marks. Am I clear? Now students, when I say any 2 points, example should not be considered as a point, okay? That example is just an additional point given over there. So actually में first and second point ही होना चाहिए. अगर first and second point लिखा है, you will get yourself 2 marks. If you have written first and third point, you will not get 2 marks. You will get only 1.5. If you have written all three, you will not give yourself 3 marks. Since it's a 2 mark question, you will give only 2. Am I clear, everybody? Okay. Going ahead. Going ahead, everybody. Give reasons. Now, give reasons may you have to make a choice of any 2. Okay. The very first question is economy begins at home. So the answer is household finance is related to income and expenditure. Every household has unlimited expenditure and income is limited. The household has to make a choice regarding how it has to spend its limited resources. Management of this limited income to meet the unlimited expenses is economics. As we manage the finance of our family, similarly, the villages, cities, states, countries, and the whole world needs to have economic management. So we say economy begins at home. Question number 2. India's economy is of mixed type. Students, mixed economy is a combination of capitalism and socialism. India is said to be mixed economy because there is a coexistence of both public sector and private sector. The private sector undertakes production for the profit motive, whereas the state, that is public sector, tries to achieve social welfare. India therefore tries to achieve a balance between maximum social welfare for the citizens on one hand and profit on the other. Therefore, India's economy is of mixed type. Simple answer. On the basis of economies, we can divide countries into 3 groups. We know the 3 groups are capitalistic, socialistic, and mixed. The activities related to production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services in a specific region is called an economy. We just gave a small introduction about the answer. On the basis of economies, countries are divided into 3 groups. That is capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. Now students, we all know in a capitalist economy, we have private sector. In a socialist economy, we have the state, that is the society, that is the public sector. And in mixed, we have both public and private. So capitalist economy is a kind of economy in which the means of production is in the hands of private sector. Example, Germany, Japan, USA. Socialist economy is a kind of economy in which the means of production belongs to society, that is government's control. Example, China, Russia. Mixed economy is a kind of economy in which there is a coexistence of both private and public sectors. Example, India, Sweden, and UK. Question number 4. Answer the following in detail, any 2. The first question was a very simple question. Explain the functions of an economy. Every country has a different economy, but the main functions of an economy are similar. We have given a small intro for the answer. Some of the main functions of an economy are, now students, if you have not written your intro, you will not give yourself 3 marks. You will cut your half mark. Since it's a brief answer needs to be starting with an introduction. So give yourself full 3 marks only if that introduction is there. Otherwise, cut your half mark. Some of the main functions of an economy are deciding the product and quantity of its production. For writing this, half. Deciding for whom will the goods be produced, half mark. Minimizing the production cost as much as possible, half mark. Distributing the national income according to social and economic justice, half mark. Making appropriate provisions for the economic needs of the future, half mark. So 5 points, 2.5. And writing the intro, half. That's the way you'll get complete 3 marks. Going ahead towards question number 2. What are the factors affecting economy? The factors affecting an economy are a very simple question. You can write the definition of economy as introduction. Am I clear? And then you will start with the answer. The factors affecting an economy are geographical area and natural resources, population, occupations, political sovereignty. Question number 3. Explain the nature of capitalist economy. The ownership and control of means of production is in the hands of private individuals in the capitalist economy. For writing this, you will get 1 mark. There is no control of government over economic activity in their free market economy. Half mark for this point. The objective of economic activity is to earn profit. Half mark for this point. Capitalist economy exists in Germany, Japan, and USA. 1 mark for this point. Am I clear? So 1, half, half, 1. Is that clear, everybody? So I hope you will evaluate a paper the way it has been guided, and you will not give yourself extra marks, cut your marks if the guidelines have been not followed. Am I clear? Whatever we are doing, even if we are cutting marks, obviously it's for your benefit so that you score the best in the school exams. Am I clear? So we are done from our side with the discussing the paper of geography. Am I clear? Do post in your marks to your respective academic heads. Thank you very much. Bye everyone.